Hey, I appreciate you watching Mondays with Mike. If you're in America like we are, this is a great week to be an American. It's the week we celebrate July 4th, which is the day our founding fathers signed the Declaration of Independence, casting off the subjection of the British government and uniting as 13 colonies, free, independent states, united but independent. And it's a great country. I'm glad I'm an American. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else other than here. The Bible actually says that we're to be subject to the governing authorities in Romans 13, and we are privileged to serve and to pay taxes and to reap the benefits of the government that we live under. And again, I'm grateful to be an American. I don't know if you ever read all of Romans 13, but as you read and go down through that, hey, let's be subject to the authorities. God's purpose is, what he says is, there's really no authority but God. So your attitude towards authority is really your attitude towards God, because he says ultimately all the governments, all the authorities are put in place by me. I raise them up and I take them down to accomplish my purpose. And he goes on in Romans 13:8 and says, therefore, I don't want you to owe anybody anything except for to love one another. So he basically concludes this whole conversation about how we are to be in subject to the governing authorities because they're my ministers. God says, all of them are my ministers to accomplish my purpose. He concludes that by saying, I want you to love well. So this July 4th weekend, look around, find someone to love well. Oh yeah, everybody loves the same. There's going to be a lot of family picnics and barbecues and all that where you're around a lot of common people that you have similar interests with. They're easy to love. But get outside your comfort zone this July 4th week and actually, love someone that's other from you, that's maybe a little more difficult to love because for whatever reason in your thinking, and demonstrate the agape love that we're called to be a Christian who happens to be living in America, reaching a dead and dying world by fulfilling the great commandment and the great commission, loving God and loving others as we make disciples of all nations, even as they come here this July 4th week. I appreciate you watching Mondays with Mike, and never ever forget, you're greatly loved.